Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dodger Wheelhouse Podcast. I'm your host, Alistair Mac McMillan. I'm joined by my co-host, Harry Lebowski, and it's opening day week. We probably should have been doing episodes before, but we're in school. It's hard, Figure this is a good time to, get back to the mix of things, especially considering we probably should have made an episode last week. We put it off, and now we have a lot of opening day content to show.
We certainly do.
It evens out. We're approaching Jackie Robinson week. I have the celebratory jersey on. I'm feeling good. Speaking of feeling good, good way to start your week, right? We have the Dodgers ring ceremony.
Right? I was so excited when I saw the ring, the championship ring.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. There are more diamonds on that ring than I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Let's run the clip you pulled. I haven't seen this. I mean, I saw it, but
Kersh. When I pulled this clip, we got Kersh because obviously, this man has been waiting for a championship his entire career.
The jokes have been brutal.
Oh, absolutely. And the comments about him not being an elite pitcher because he doesn't have a ring. Well, now he absolutely has a ring.
Yeah, he's joined the real elite group of pitchers like Madison Bumgarner, who that's a little unfair. He was great in the World Series, but Lord, he had a rough go of it last year. Cody Bellinger,
Cody Bellinger next because I figured that obviously we want to see our young star, the 2019 NL MVP. Didn't have as good a season in 2020, but a ring nonetheless for
So the question
him.
is number 3 Mookie Betts or is it Corey Seager?
Of course it's Mookie Betts. Why would I leave Mookie Betts out?
But the World Series MVP, Corey Seager, does he make an appearance?
He does not make an appearance, no.
Wow, the disrespect.
It's not. Oof. There's no shade thrown at Corey Seager. I didn't think about it.
I feel Corey shade Seager on behalf of Corey Seager.
There is no shade.
It is absolutely wonderful time. The rings are gorgeous. Well, let's drop a picture. I hadn't pulled one, but we'll drop a picture here. They're pretty,
there,
right?
I don't know, somewhere. Yeah, the rings are
a picture here.
Beautiful,
gorgeous.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Not too much time. We have so many things we have to do. So let's just get right into it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Most important news probably of the week, the Tatis injury.
Yeah, that was a rough injury.
Let's just show it first.
Yeah, let's show the clip. I have some information prepared on the actual extent of the injury. It just looks bad.
Before we get there, no contact injury too.
Yeah,
right.
Those are the scariest kinds.
Well, yeah, because
any injury is the scariest kind of injury. But you don't want to see a young.
I'd rather get hit by baseball. Yeah, I'd much rather get hit by baseball.
You can see in the clip that they're supporting his arm. He's grabbing his arm, holding it in place.
Oh, I never noticed that.
It was fun when I.
Is that a personal observation or is that an article?
That was a personal observation.
Wow,
that's the first thing I noticed when he was getting up. I have some information on it.
I do believe you just received. Hold up, I do believe for that observation, you just received an honorary medical degree from the University of Phoenix.
Nice, we did it. All right, we did it. No,
Dr. Lebowski, would you like to give us the prognosis?
Yeah. Okay. So the prognosis. Obviously, he was injured on the swing.
Right.
So that is what they call in the medical field that I am now an
honorary member of.
Yeah. A shoulder subluxation. Jeez.
Wow, you had so much time to prepare for saying that word.
I've been preparing for the past 4 minutes to say the word subluxation, and I messed it up like 4 times. So anyway, a subluxation is essentially it's a tear.
Right.
The cartilage in his shoulder joint was torn. It's called the labrum, and essentially, it makes
That's the question.
How long is the question? They put him on the 10-day IL, and ultimately the general manager AJ Preller said it was a non-surgical injury.
I don't know about that,
but I don't know about that one. It doesn't look too good, but I mean, obviously he doesn't want Padres fans to worry.
Look, I'm not a doctor, but neither is he. So I feel like I'm more or less equally qualified to say that I don't think he's right on this.
You have a valid point there, good sir.
Here's my point, right? Again, I'm admittedly woefully uneducated on the topic, but just sort of logically, right? If surgery is something that can be done, and let's say it makes it better in the long run, right? He just signed a 13-year contract.
Mm-hmm.
This year doesn't matter. It's fine. Forget about it.
I honestly
12 more opportunities.
Exactly. And ultimately, they said it was a non-surgical injury, and they're not going to push it because obviously he was in excruciating pain. You can tell from that clip that he did not feel good after that swing and being helped off the field and all that. But ultimately, they said they're going to take it easy with Tatis this year. And when Jace Tingler was asked about replacing Tatis, they're not going to replace him. They're just not. Like, why would you replace a player you signed for 13 years, especially a young guy like Tatis? And I mean, as far as like backups go, they signed Ha-Seong Kim, and he's been playing shortstop for them. Cronenworth's been at second base. They haven't been too bad. I mean, Joe Musgrove had that no-hitter the other day, and the defense of the Padres was just solid all around.
We were going to talk about that clip in like a couple minutes. We could have just held on, but had to steal my thunder. I mean, just slide in there.
I mean, it's just like Tingler said in the interview that if every Padres player steps up just a little bit, they'll be okay. And like they're not going to replace him, and they hope that their players can step up.
I'm pretty sure I'm on record. We do have some unreleased episodes for various reasons. So mostly editing incompetence. The point is, I'm pretty sure I'm on record uploaded as saying that I'm low on Ha-Seong Kim. I do believe that
we did
live.
Upload the KBO Christmas episode.
So I'm prepared to eat my words, and I'm obviously rooting for him, right? Like it's not a matter of he's a Padre. Like I just want baseball to do well, right? Yeah. But I truly do not think I'm not high on him.
Yeah.
Right.
Understandably so. I mean, a lot of the general.
Oh, wait, that was before he was a Padre, I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you did say that before.
There we go.
We released that episode, and then like 2 days later, he signed as a Padre or something.
Right.
Like that.
See.
So anyway, I feel like we've said all we can really about Tatis and his.
Yeah, let's move on. We've got so much to cover.
We have so much more to talk about. Alistair, take it away.
Okay, so I have been so excited to do this. So just to be clear, what we were supposed to do, like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, release an episode in anticipation. We planned this out like a month in advance. We're terrible at this. But we planned an episode prior to opening day, and we were going to have tier lists and whatnot. So I've had a tier list of the teams I had ranked going into opening day, and I was woefully incorrect. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through my tier list, my preseason tier list, and my tier list after opening week. And, maybe we revisit this at the All-Star break in the end of the season just to see which was the most correct.
Yeah, at this point in time, I'm also making a tier list because I want to see how far off I am.
Yeah, it's just for giggles.
Also, tier lists are fun. Let's be real here.
But mine is bad, folks. Mine is terrible. Absolutely gross. So let's...
All right. I have not looked at either of his tier lists yet.
Let's just pull it up now without any further ado.
Okay, so preseason tier list.
All
right, and then opening week rankings.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're taking a look at both of them. I do have them both up.
Okay, so let's just discuss the changes right off the bat. So the Braves moved the Braves to like the A tier. They lost 4 in a row. I don't think they're like bad by any means, but S tier teams I think look dominant throughout the season. S tier teams don't have glaring issues. I can't even say that the Braves have any glaring issues. They don't look as dominant as you would expect an S tier team to be, right? That's all. They're 4-4 now. They won 4 in a row, but just that opening slide was pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
Now Yankees stay the same. The Dodgers. Speaking of the Dodgers, really quickly. So only thing I was worried about going into the season was replacing Kike Hernandez because Kike was like our utility guy. He could play anywhere in the field. He was a good hitter, so on and so forth. And then apparently there's just this infinite wealth of prospects ready to get called up. Zach McKinstry, stud, right? Kid's been great, been playing in right field recently because Mookie Betts has been out. We've got a little clip from him, so we can run that right now. McKinstry just looks good.
Yeah, this is his little league homer off the glove of Tapia. Which showcases
so
the speed and the power of McKinstry.
Okay, to call it a little league homer is somewhat unfair because it was gone and then it
was gone and it was almost robbed
and then it was gone. But
and then
inside
he was gone.
He was gone.
He just took off.
So he has the power to hit a home run and the speed to little league home run it if Tapia has a temper tantrum on the well, okay, I guess temper tantrum was a little unfair. I think he was checked out for injury afterwards. But the point is he was sitting on the ground.
I mean, it
chilling.
looked like he hit his head pretty hard on the wall. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
but feet up, chilling with no makeup on, watching McKinstry fly by. But no, the kid looks great. I'm really excited for him this year.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a good season.
Really good, yeah.
I think he's gonna have a good season. But let's go back to the tier list. Because I had some really bad takes.
The A's? Are you kidding me?
No, okay. We're gonna talk about the A's now. Okay, let's talk. I was gonna talk about them. Let's talk about. Okay, so I have to explain. The A's, as we're all aware, lost some good players, right? I mean, most notably, their locker room glue guy and Marcus Semien, right, was gone. The A's are, for lack of a nice term, a poverty franchise. I mean, I don't know if there's a better term. I think it's pretty accurate, but it's not very nice. Mm-hmm. But the point is, the A's make do with very little, right? And they've been good for a couple years in a row. So, when I'm sitting around and I'm seeing, their moves and they're not doing too much and they're getting some guys, I'm thinking, well, they're always right. And, it might be Moneyball syndrome, right? It might just be that I've seen Moneyball. It's an amazing movie. And I'm thinking,
it's just Moneyball in the back of your head.
Maybe I'm overvaluing Moneyball. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm thinking,
if Brad Pitt could do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
That's the logic here.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not wrong.
But I will say, Harrison, that we're pretty out of order with what I was.
I'm sorry. I was looking at your preseason ratings.
Right. We're gonna okay. So we're running, but while we're talking about the A's, right? Actually, let's wait. We'll come back to the A's.
We'll come back to the A's. I do want to come back to the A's.
So, okay, teams that I was way off on, right? The Angels. As you can see, I had them as a C-tier team. Now, I knew going in their offense was amazing, right? But, man, their pitching's always bad.
It is. It is.
Without fail bad. But it doesn't matter right now, right? Because the Angels are raking. They are raking right now. Let's just start with this clip of Trout, right? And I got some facts for you too. But man, Trout has been
let's just watch him just destroy this ball.
Mash baseballs.
Yeah, this was his first home run of the year. Yep. I don't think it's landed yet.
Yeah, no.
It's just in the stratosphere. It's just chilling.
I mean, he destroyed that baseball.
I mean, what makes it a little sweeter too is it's the Astros. It's off an Astros pitcher.
And I've been waiting for Trout to regress, right? Just because it's kind of weird that he hasn't, but not yet. Not yet. And as far as stats, they're kind of nutty. So Trout's stats through literally right now, as we record this, 11:03 p.m. Eastern, on I forgot what month it is for a second, April 11th. Trout's hitting 414.
He's hitting 414.
Yeah, 564 on base percentage, OPS of 114, basically 1.39. 3 home runs, 6 RBI, 8 runs. Just killing it. He's just having a good time.
It's okay. It has been a week, but hitting 414 is nutty.
Yeah, it's a solid week at minimum. It's a pretty solid, and it's not against bad teams too.
Yeah, it's against the Astros and I believe they played the White Sox too.
Yeah, because they had that absolute disaster, which why don't we go to it right now with Shohei Ohtani.
With Ohtani,
now, did you include the disaster or
I did. It is the last part. So in this clip we have just a disgusting strikeout.
Right, because he's been pitching really well.
Yeah.
For a time he had the hardest pitch of the year and the hardest home run of the year.
Yeah, he threw 101 miles an hour, and then the hit was 115 off the bat. So he just mashed it.
That's a big hit. He's a big boy.
That's a loud hit.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was middle
violent, like Bellinger-esque swing
up in the zone.
Just violent. I love that. Violent. I mean, swing out your shoes. Don't tear your labrum, but
too soon. That's a little too
honestly,
soon.
Yeah. Way too soon.
Way too soon.
Way too soon. We'll strike that from the record.
Yeah, that's just another disgusting pitch on Ohtani's part. And then here, of course, is the
disaster.
The disaster in question. He just
this game was rough.
Yeah. But don't worry, he got up. I included that.
He was
part.
okay.
Yeah, he was okay. He was taken out of the game anyways. His pitch count was kind of up. He kind of slipped a little bit towards the end of the start. 2 runs
scored a tie game.
But,
they ended up. I think the Angels had a go-ahead home run. Then they gave up another run on some BS, and then they ended up winning the game on another home run or something.
They did. I think in extras they won the game. I'm pretty sure.
Fun game.
It was a fun game to watch. I was actually watching that game. It was it was very fun.
Ugly though. Truly ugly.
Not the kind of baseball you want to watch like your team play, but the kind of baseball you want to watch just on a Sunday night, you know?
But yeah, the point is the Angels are good right now.
Yeah.
Angels are good. And I guess we kind of skipped over. I have the Yankees at S tier. I understand that their players are made of glass, right? But I don't think you can rank a team based on injuries. I don't think that's fair, right? Because, okay, say Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge both have, 6-month injuries or, 3-month injuries, but they have them now and then they're fine for playoffs. The team isn't reflective of their record and they still can do well. Look at another example would be like the Lakers right now and LeBron, just to switch sports real quick. Sure, the Lakers their record isn't very good, right? But their 2 stars are out. So would you say the Lakers are a bad team? No, you'd say they're an injured team, right? The Yankees are an S tier team. They just sometimes have C tier talent on the field.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Houston,
skip over.
They've been proven to be good last year. I hate to say it, so I'm going to skip over them. I reckon I skipped over the Padres too. Yeah. Tatis Injury, they're fine without him. Obviously, he helps their playoff odds, but they're fine to rest him. I think they're going to be second in the NL West. I don't think it's crazy.
I don't think that's
Harrison Dodgers is just a better team, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Bias.
We could. We can show the Joe Musgrove no right now if you want.
Yeah,
we did pull that.
Let's run that clip. It's a great. You need to throw a no-hitter. He's from San Diego too, so like a local kid is really cool. First no-hitter in franchise history. Obviously,
but who is fielding the ground ball? It's Ha-Seong Kim.
Oh well, I was wrong, guys. I was wrong. Man, imagine missing that. Imagine. I mean, I guess he already has the perfect game was broken, so he only had 1 walk all game, and it was hitting Joey Gallo.
Yeah,
which is, if you're gonna walk, so that's a pretty fun way to walk someone. No, I like Joey. Why did I say I like Joey Gallo? He's really fun. I don't know why I said that. We'll strike that from the record too. The point is, first no hitter in team history. They were obviously super excited. It was a good time. Now it was the Rangers. Pretty bad. Yes. It was the Rangers. It was the Rangers.
But in terms of morale, it's not. It's helpful.
Great for morale. It's going to help them. But man, the Rangers are bad. Anyway, let's just keep going. So anyway, as I said, the Angels, they look great right now. Their pitching's there, right? At least where it needs to be. If they have one of the best offenses in baseball. So if your pitching can be just okay, you can win the AL West.
Right? Yeah, the AL West is. The Astros, I feel like, have that division on lock, unfortunately, and that's just because they're.
So you have the Astros beating the Angels team. Still.
That's true.
I'm inclined to.
That's yes, but the reason that I say it is winnable, but the reason that I say that is because the Astros in the past have been just an all-around together team. The Angels have had the offense, but in the past have not had the pitching. That's not a factor in the season yet, and ultimately we have to see. I might eat my words. The Angels might win the AL West, and
it's going to be close anyway.
It's going to be close, and I definitely think that the Angels, if they don't win the AL West, they have a wild card spot.
I agree with you for sure.
But I definitely think that it's winnable, but we really do need to wait and see how the Angels pitching
in
affects
August,
their
dog days, heat,
like late July, early August, and just throughout the summer.
Anyway, so the Braves, I knocked them down from S tier. Might not be fair, it might be an overreaction, but it looked really rough those first 4 games. Really rough. I know they took the best team in baseball last year to the brink, right?
Yeah, they did.
They're not a bad team by any means. I just knocked them down from S tier, if only because they looked really bad.
It might have been a rough 4 games, but I would probably agree with you putting them A tier. I definitely.
And you know what? If that's an overreaction, it's fine. It's been a week.
Yeah.
Right. Next, the Reds, way up from my initial prediction. I had them as a D tier.
You had them in a D tier.
Now keep in mind, last year in the postseason, they literally did not score a run. Not one.
They scored several. They scored several runs so far this season.
But last postseason, No run.
Yeah,
It's literally not a single run.
Yeah.
Like you think, okay, Trevor Bauer's throwing a gem. He's a Cy Young winner, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can get a win behind that. No.
Nope. You lost.
Okay, well, we could bounce back the next game.
Nope.
Nope.
That's
we can get a sacrifice. What? No.
What
was that over? No.
18 scoreless innings?
No, wasn't like 19 because they went to extras with Bauer.
Oh, that's right. It was 19 scoreless innings.
Something like that. I honestly want to say like 22. I really want to say it was more than
it might. I remember
it was a lot of
20s. I remember being in the 20s.
Let me just check it right now.
Let's Google it.
Reds scoreless postseason. I mean, it's bad. Get 21 innings.
Yep.
That's really bad.
21 innings.
You wanted to give him 18. Nope, tack on 3. Yeah, so I had them low, but man, they are good right now. They are good. They look great. And that's behind the bat of Nick Castellanos. Let's bring that up, and it's going to be a long fly ball to deep left field.
Long fly ball to forever.
If you get it,
see ya.
If you get that, great. If not, look it up. I'm not going to repeat why it was said. The point is, let's run this clip. Castellanos just looks incredible right now.
I threw in the little trot because why not? Why wouldn't you throw in the trot?
Okay. Why not? I mean, just toss it in. And this sparked a couple of heated. Oh no, this is the next clip here.
Yeah,
it sparks a heated exchange of ideas, right? Because he's hit. They don't like what he's been doing.
He was hit.
Like what he's been doing, so they hit him. He's like, all right, that's fine. I'm gonna jaw off a little bit.
Yeah.
And wild pitch, comes sliding in. Big boy can move. And then hit him with
What I do want to point out is in the post-game interview, he said that he had a lot of respect for Yachty.
I did hear that.
And he had a lot of respect for, what was it, Flaherty?
Well, you're minimizing here. He said that if Yachty punched him in the mouth, he'd still ask
for an autograph.
Jersey. Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Honestly.
Like Yachty could just sucker punch him and be like, hey, can you personalize that? Like,
but never washing this jug again. Right here, never washing it again.
Point is,
where Yachty sucker punched me.
I have some Castiano stats, so I'll pull these up here. So he's hitting on the season. He's hitting 324, getting on base about 35% of the time. 1.1 OPS, 4 home runs, 7 RBI, 9 runs. Dude's killing it right now.
He's smashing. Yeah.
He's mashing, and maybe it's a year thing. Like maybe it's not just obviously he's not going to hit 350 on the year or whatever, but maybe he's really going to be.
Maybe he puts it together this year. Maybe the Reds do something. Do you think? Okay. So I know it's been a week.
Right.
Okay.
This is the overreaction episode. So
yes.
It's fine.
Do you see the Reds making a playoff push?
Define playoff push.
Okay. Are they making the playoffs, and how far into the playoffs are they
making the playoffs? Oh man, it's basically the Reds or the Cardinals. I'll say yes, the Reds are making the playoffs.
Okay, so you think that they're either going to win out the NL Central, they're winning the
NL Central.
You think they're going to win the NL Central?
Yes.
All right, and how far into the playoffs do you think they're going at this point?
First round exit.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so let's.
I think they get matched up with either the Dodgers or the Braves.
I was gonna say the same thing.
And they get blown out.
They get blown out by the Dodgers, or they get blown out by the Braves again. Another 22 scoreless innings.
It's not gonna be 22 scoreless. It's gonna be 18 max. 18 max. No, they're getting blown out.
Is gonna go yard.
Fish in a barrel.
And then he's going to go yard, and then on the trot, he's going to, pull something.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is the Reds don't have the pitching they did last year, but their bats are going to carry him. I still think they're an A-tier team. If you look at the teams I have in the B-tier, which we'll talk about in a second, I think they can beat every single one of those teams. Next, B-tier team, the Rays, they lost Snell. That's really what it boils down to, right? Another affectionate poverty franchise. I really hate the term, but it's really funny. It's so succinct. And it rolls off the tongue, just poverty franchise. But
it's kind of terrible. I'm going to be completely honest. It's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah, so I knocked them down. I knocked them down a peg, right, from A tier. I wanted to see how they came out of the season. I'm not feeling it. I went with the B tier. I mean, obviously, you have to give the World Series appearance, an A tier. I think it's unfair to. But after seeing them, I'm comfortable moving down to a B tier.
Yeah.
Last year, A tier off the pitching.
Absolutely. Their pitching last year was dominant, to say the least.
The Giants, moving them up from a C. No bias here. I hate them, but no bias. They look good, period. They look solid.
They looked really good in their series against the Padres. They really did.
They're not making the postseason. In fact, I can just rattle off my postseason. My winners, if you want. I have Yankees.
Why don't we do that after?
Oh, I mean, sure. That's fine.
Yeah, so let's get through the tier list. Let's get through afterward. We'll talk more playoff implications.
I'll go top of my head, no notes. Just I can spit from the dome. But anyway, Giants look good. Moved them up a rank. The Phillies, they're just a comfortable B tier. I mean, they nearly made the postseason last year. Yeah. Lost out. They're about 500 team every year. They look solid now. Probably be around a bit above 500.
All right, enough.
They exist.
they do. They do.
Well, I guess that's a C tier team. So the Phillies are slightly above.
I would say that the Phillies have star power in that they have Bryce Harper. They have Real Muto. They have guys on their team that can help the team excel, but they don't really have much else. Like who else?
Last year the bullpen was historically bad. So even if they have like a okay bullpen, like literally, if their bullpen is just like bad but not horrible, they make the postseason last year.
Oh yeah.
Like if they
had any semblance of relief pitching, they make the postseason.
No, their bullpen could be literally garbage, and they were like I think the second worst bullpen of all time or something.
All time?
Really bad. Yeah, no, it was really bad.
Like not even in baseball, like of all time.
No, I'm serious, of all time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, moving on, the Cards. So I just kind of stuck on the Cards. Arenado helps them, but they didn't look too great last year. They're just kind of a very okay ball club right now.
And they're better
than okay.
Yeah, and their series against the Reds. And then who else did they play? Did they play
Padres? No, they didn't play the Reds. They played the Padres. It was Cardinals, Padres, and then they went to Game 3. And then the Padres went on to face the Dodgers.
No. I was talking about this season. Who have the Cardinals played? They played the Reds, and they played who else?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I mean, their series against the Reds.
They look okay, right? They look good, right? I think they'll be competing for the NL Central. I just don't think they'll win it. The Twins, solid B tier team, pretty much win their division comfortably, like every year. Can't win a playoff game. They haven't won since like 2004, right?
Yep.
How on earth can you rank them an A tier team?
They're just missing that one little piece to make them actually win a playoff game.
Yeah, like when they last won a playoff game, Miguel Cabrera was like a baby-faced kid, right? You had guys like who was around in 2004, right? Barry Bonds.
We were literal children. We were literal children.
Chilling in probably like a diaper juice box watching Scooby Doo. Right? Twins win the playoff game. Not a care in the world. Just eating. I don't know what the kids animal crackers. Man, let's bring back animal crackers in 2021. They probably didn't leave, but they haven't been on my radar.
I mean, I don't think animal crackers have gone anywhere.
I'm gonna put them in my snack rotation though. You know what? Mental note. Actually, Harry, remind me.
I'm gonna write this down.
Remind me to go to IKEA. No, not IKEA. Go to Costco.
Go to IKEA for animal crackers. What are you gonna put them together yourself?
Yeah, assembly required. No, I'm gonna buy a Costco sized quantity of animal crackers, and no one's gonna stop me. Well, I don't know.
Costco might,
but
Costco might stop you.
Anyway,
I don't move on. I don't think we have anything else to say. Let's move on.
The Twins can't win baseball games when they count.
Animal crackers are coming back.
Okay, C tier teams, the Mets. Okay, well, hold your horses. So the Mets, I had them preseason A tier team. They had the best offense in baseball, and then they added Francisco Lindor. I don't care. You want to tell me you have the best offense in baseball? I need you to explain this. So right here, we have Jacob Degrom stats on the year, okay? Degrom's pitched 2 games.
Oh, no.
Okay, he's 0-1 in those games. You're thinking, Degrom had some bad games? Nah. DeGrom has an ERA of 0.64.
Oh, my God.
He has 1 earned run on the year, 14 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts in 14 innings pitched, right? He's given up 1 run all year, and he's 0-1. Why? Mets hitters during Degrom starts. In the 2 games, they have 13 hits. They've scored 3 runs over 2 games. They've left 28 runners on base with 24 strikeouts. That's good for an average of .203.
Okay. For context for everyone listening, while Alistair was preparing this section of the episode, he said, "This is mean. This is very, very mean of me." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "I'll explain later."
I just laughed.
This is later. That is rude. That is disrespectful.
So what do you have to say? What do you?
You're absolutely right. You're 100% right. That is straight disrespect.
How can you be the best team, the best offense in baseball, right?
If you have 3 runs.
How can you be the best offense in baseball? And when your ace comes up, your ace, probably the best pitcher in baseball right now. I think that's a pretty fair.
I mean, his ERA is .64.
Well,
so
it's early for ERA, but the past couple of years he's been the best.
But also like he has 21 strikeouts in 14 innings pitched. He's dominant.
He's killing it.
He's dominant. He's killing it.
0-1. He's
0-1.
He'd probably be 0-2 if he had given up 1 run in his other outing. Actually, he would be 0-2. Well, that game, the Mets did not score a run. They scored no runs in the first game. They lost 1-0. The 1 run Degrom gave up. In fact, I do believe Degrom has as many hits this year as the Mets starters when he plays with them. I can double check that right now.
How many hits do the Mets starters have when he's starting?
Again, I told you the Mets starters have 3. Oh, sorry, they have 13.
Okay.
I was about to say. I mean, it's from the first game.
Jacob Degrom is
the first game. Degrom had like as
is
many
13 for 13 on the season.
Yeah, Degrom is raking. No, I'm
Let's run the clip. Degrom just raking.
Ignore me, ladies and gentlemen. The point is, the Mets are bad when Degrom comes out. Like it's embarrassing. It's so bad.
You can't, especially like if you want to be a team that's like like minimum B tier, but in the conversation for A tier and S tier, you have to have offense. Period. You cannot live as a better team in the MLB without offense, and especially they had the best offense in baseball last year. You said,
yep.
And then they added Francisco Lindor, and now their offense is just up and left. That can't happen. That can't happen.
Nowhere to be found.
Especially with Jacob Degrom on the mound.
Like, I just think they don't like him. I don't think the Mets like Degrom. I think you know what it is. I think one day they were warming up in spring training, and normally they do wind sprints. Some players hate. Harry, what did you hate? Remember back in high school we used to do walk jog sprints?
I hated those. I hated walk jog sprints with all my heart.
So we had a pretty big outfield in our high school. It looked like big, not like fence height, but like legitimately huge. Right?
Well, the fences were also big, but that's
they were long, right? The outfield was long. Yeah. It was like 450 to center field.
Center field was 450.
Center field was like far. Yeah, it was like another.
But like right field was like 250. It was weird. The dimensions of our outfield
thought they were all that. But the point is, so we had a litany of coaches, but one of our coaches came in. He was like, "We're going to do walk, jog, sprint." So we had 3 sections of the outfield. We had to walk a portion, jog a portion, then sprint a portion, and then sprint back, jog back, walk back. And for whatever reason, that was like way worse than just jogging. I can't tell you why.
It was rough. It was
the walking part.
Like I could probably jog like a good, I don't know, like we had to jog a lot of poles.
Hey, we were just up to. I don't know about you boys, but
post quarantine, absolutely not. But I'm saying, like when we were playing baseball, like we had to run several
you gotta run all the time,
for just shenanigans,
Yeah.
But we ran quite a bit. But the walk jog sprints, they were the worst.
Never again. That's honestly, yeah. Okay. The point is
your narrative about Jacob DeGrom.
So Jacob DeGrom, right? They're in spring training. And DeGrom is talking to the coach. Now, normally the coach has him do walk, jog, sprints. But if the coach is having a good day, he decides, you know what? I'm just not going to mention it, and I'm just going to let it slide. DeGrom says, hey, coach, isn't this when we normally do walk, jog, sprints? And the teammates just stare at What did he just say?
They said,
and then they said, you know what? We are never gonna give him run support.
We're not swinging
Ever.
the bat when he's on the mound, no sir.
I mean, okay, think about the fact that Degrom has a career ERA of 2.59, which is amazing. And his win-loss, he's 70 wins and 52 losses.
Yeah, they just don't like him. That must be it. Coach is having a good day. They don't have to do walk drugs. But, Coach, for those of you who are not, necessarily baseball attuned,
or even team sports generally,
that's the equivalent of the teacher at the end of class. You know what?
Homework.
We had a good day. We had a good day. I'm not signing homework. And that one kid, hey, what's homework for today?
No, more like not collecting the homework.
Oh, like not collect. Hey, I wrote my essay. Can I turn it in, or how are we going to turn it in? And everyone's like,
teacher, you forgot to collect the homework. This man must be crazy. That's
it's safe to say that if you were that kid, I would apologize right now. If you're that kid, apologize. I want to hear an apology.
I hope you've changed.
I do too. I do too.
I hope you've changed.
Let's go back. Let's
go back to the rankings. So yeah, the Mets, I've dropped them to seeds here. They're in timeout.
Oh wait, okay, hold on. Are these in any particular order? Do you think?
Oh no.
Okay, so
the Dodgers are the best team in baseball.
Okay, I was meaning to clarify that, but
the Yankees came up first in the tier list. No, there's no particular order beyond tiers.
Okay.
I think that'd also be really hard. Blue Jays, they just look good.
Yeah, they look good. You had them in B tier for your preseason. Any particular reason you dropped them?
Springer's been injured.
Yeah,
they haven't been looking good. I know I don't want to criticize teams for being injured, but it's just it's hard to
avoid it.
To rank them a little high. Exactly. It's not that they're really a C-tier team, but I haven't seen them to their full potential. I don't know how much Springer's going to affect where they're at now, and right now they're a C-tier team. Right. So the Yankees are a proven team with injuries, where the Blue Jays are, we need to see how these guys fit into our system. The Nationals, solid team. They had lost some good players when the World Series, after the World Series hangover. But, hey, they still have great pitching, still have Juan Soto. They're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Red Sox had them at D tier. They're looking better. They got Kike Hernandez. They're looking fine. Looking solid C.
I like the idea of Kike Hernandez and Alex Verdugo in Boston. Good. I love him, man. I love Alex Verdugo, and it's unfortunate that we had to let him go. I mean, but truth be told, I'm happy.
I would make that trade 20 times before Sunday. I would make that if I got a call 3 a.m, half asleep. Verdugo for bets, roll over. Yeah.
Yes.
I would make the trade and then deal with the financials.
Oh no, no. I'm not saying I wouldn't make the trade. I'm just saying that, I like Alex Verdugo. That's all.
I would great. I wish we got rid of someone else.
I do too.
But you got to get it done. And hey, we got Graterol out of it too.
We did.
And he throws heat. Oh my god,
he does. My god.
I mean, if he learned how to get a semblance of movement, an inkling, right? Just if he could learn to have
a little bite on his two seam, just a little.
Do you know when people smell wine and they're like, "Oh, I smell a hint of cedar" or something?
I
don't do wine tasting. That much movement.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he's already really good, but just that little, you know what I mean. Anyway, moving on. We got to keep going.
Moving on. Teams. Yeah, a lot of teams. The White Sox, Yerman Mercedes, really good. Let's pull that clip up now. Man, Yerman Mercedes.
That ball is just destroyed. Oh my god.
Ouch.
So fun fact, that ball was hit 485 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think the moon is that close. I think that'd be a little problematic with skyscrapers. But no, that was torched.
Yeah, that ball was.
The point is that ball was absolutely. I actually have some Yerman Mercedes stats. By the way, that's a grade 80 grade baseball name. That is an amazing baseball name right there. Yerman Mercedes. right? Anyway, Yerman Mercedes hitting 536, OPS of 1.4. 5 runs, 2 home runs, 7 RBI. Just slaughtering baseballs.
He's having a great time.
Indiscriminately murdering baseballs.
Yeah.
Son of Sam, move over. Why did I say that?
Well, why did you say that?
I gotta stop saying things. I gotta stop saying things. Moving on. Post haste. Let's talk rankings and ignore Alistair. So you remember Mercedes amazing. The Indians are soon to be the Cleveland baseball team. Dropped them down a bit. Shane Bieber doesn't look nearly as good. This is honestly all it is.
Cy Bieber was an outlier.
Yeah, that's a bit harsh. I just think, he needs some time to get into it. So maybe with him, with that kind of an ace, although in the postseason I guess it doesn't exist, but with that kind of an ace, actually, can we just talk really quickly? Last year you only played against Central teams. Last year you only played against Central teams because of the shortened season and COVID, and Central teams suck. So
Central teams were 0-7 in the playoffs last year.
They won a game.
They didn't.
Didn't the Cubs?
Well, no, the Cardinals. The Cardinals beat the Padres once.
The Cardinals. Yeah, they didn't win a series, and the Cubs might have stolen one from the Fish. I'm not entirely sure about that.
No, the Marlins were 2-0.
They were 2-0. Yeah, then
Marlins were 2-0.
But the point is, so the Indians or the Cleveland baseball team, because the name is changing. The name is changing. It's confirmed. Well, they did. Side note, they're doing it in the weirdest way. Did you hear how they're changing it?
How are they changing it?
They announced they're going to change it, but they're just keeping the name for the year, which is like, okay, so when the Redskins changed the name to the Washington football team, it was like, hey, we have a problem with their name. We get it. So we're going to change it now. We don't have a name, so it's going to be the Washington football team.
Well, I don't think they wanted to be the Cleveland baseball team.
Well, here's what they're going to go with, right? So ridicule, it was really funny when Washington did that. But it's way weirder to say, hey, our name is really problematic, but we don't want to be inconvenienced in thinking of a new name, so we're going to keep it. That's far worse.
Make them the Cleveland Spiders.
We have a little video on the history of the Spiders, 5 minutes or less.
We do. 5 minutes or less.
You got to make more of those. Those more. Yeah,
those types of videos, they kind of just scratch the surface of the bigger overarching concept.
The name. Yeah,
I did it. I said the name.
Scratching the surface is a 5-minute look into baseball content. It's just fun. It's something we do. We have a couple more in the works, so it'll be good.
We enjoy doing those.
Watch them while you eat cereal. People still eat cereal. I don't do breakfast, but
watch them while you eat animal crackers.
Yo, animal crackers 2021. Animal crackers are on the menu.
They're on the menu.
Today's soup, animal crackers.
The menu
Today's salad, animal crackers.
The menu is animal crackers and cereal. Apparently, that's
how old are you? A 6-year-old at a circus. Anyway.
Look, it's an elephant, and then you eat it because it's an animal cracker.
Yeah, you choose out. Man, can we stop talking about animal crackers?
All right. Anyway.
Okay, animal cracker podcast coming in 2 weeks.
Coming soon to a
scratching the surface. Near you. Animal crackers. Anyway, point is, I don't even know what team we were talking about. The Indians, right? Cleveland baseball team. Yeah, it's just kind of weird that they didn't their name. And they lost Lindor. I don't even know why I didn't mention that first. They lost Lindor.
I mean, it was kind of like a I don't know. It was kind of like an afterthought. Everyone apparently. Yeah, Lindor wasn't going to stay in Cleveland all that long. I mean, like
he's
ultimately,
not like a franchise changer either.
They had their shot in 2016, and they haven't really been close to going back.
I still think that rain delay screwed him over.
But no one thinks about the rain delay. They just think about the 128-year streak broken.
I also just think it would be really funny if the Cubs still had that streak. But, Cubs fans, I'm happy for them. But Indians fans get screwed. Also, so I've been thinking about this, and I'm probably going to do something with this in the future. But I'm just going to pose this question to you. Don't answer it. The Yankees have 27 rings. If the Yankees went 100 years without winning a World Series, would people feel bad for them? Think about that. That's an interesting one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Especially because, everyone hates the Yankees.
Yeah.
No one is really, unless you're a Yankees fan, no one's really, pro-Yankees.
Right.
Because Dodger fans were kind of
franchise.
we're kind of just, we like identify with them because they're also a big market team.
But that's a
right?
recent thing.
But like that's a reason that like no one really likes the Yankees.
It's an interesting question, isn't it?
It is a really good question.
I'm gonna want to go back to it later, and it's one of those things where too, like in 100 years, most teams will pick up maybe 1-2 World Series. Like you don't get that many World Series, generally speaking. Right?
Yeah,
there's 30 teams, so probably be like 32, 34 by then. They'll still have the lead comfortably.
In all likelihood, yeah.
Think about that. That's a big brain question for you. So, anyway. Moving on, right? So you've got the Diamondbacks. They just look better than I kind of thought
they do. You
like
moved
just
them up
a
from
little
D
better,
to C.
just a little better.
Yeah,
nothing crazy. Marlins looking fine.
They look pretty good.
They're playing baseball.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can really say. The Marlins are playing baseball.
The Marlins are indeed playing baseball. They had a series against the Rays that was pretty. It was just. I mean, the series between like the Marlins and the Rays is usually like pretty okay. I mean, like it's just I don't know. I don't know if it's like Florida baseball, but it's always like a competitive game.
Yeah, the Marlins are they're okay.
Yeah,
not making the postseason, not doing much of anything, but you can go to a Marlins game. You might see a win. You'll enjoy the game. They're not going to get blown out of the water. Like, I mean, last year, I think they had 27 runs scored on them or something.
Only 27?
So it was the Braves ran up like a lot of runs.
Oh, you mean in one game?
No. Oh, yeah. 29 runs.
Oh, jeez.
29. Yeah, it was 29-9.
Oh, Lord.
I don't think you're going to see something like that, right? I mean, you can't predict that, but I don't think you'll see something like that. I just point is, they exist. They're chilling.
They do in fact exist.
Chilling in baseball land, doing their thing. Moving on, the A's. Thank you for letting me get back here.
All right. Well,
so as we talked about, I have a bit of a Moneyball bias, right? A bit of a Moneyball bias, but I have a little statistic for you that I think is really sad because I like the A's. I think they have some of the best uniforms in baseball. I think they're a cool franchise, all that. Mm-hmm. So in their first Houston series, because they actually did win the second series, and their series with the Dodgers, their first 5 games, they give up 8 or more runs in every game.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I think we're 0-7. 0-6, 0-7, right?
Because we had a 4-game series against them, right?
Yeah, and they had
So they went 0-4 against the Astros, and then they went 1-3 against us. Yeah, they walked it off.
So that's rough.
And that's
rough.
Yeah,
that's
you don't like
of baseball.
You don't like to see that.
Do you want to know the runs scored, runs allowed?
Enlighten me.
Runs scored over their first 2 series, so 8 games, 17. Not bad.
Not bad.
About 2-ish runs a game. You have a shutout here or there, you can win one. Runs against 53.
Oh no.
Yeah. Let's just put it this way: in those games, the A's and their opponents, they combined for 70 runs. And
did they get tripled?
17 of those.
Did they get tripled up? Hold on one second. Hold on. Let's break up what was it? 53 runs against?
Trying to ask what 17 times 3 is? It's
they got 51. Tripled up.
They did. Yeah.
They got tripled up.
Are you trying to make up baseball slang now? Is that what this is? Tripled up? Is that your new thing?
That's my new thing. I've decided.
We have to speed through this.
Tripled up.
Their offense is worse than I was expected. It's pretty bad. So I dropped them down to D. The Cubs, wow, they look bad. Oh my Lord. I thought they were going to be a C team. No. The Cubs are bad and they should feel bad. Well, that was a bit harsh.
That was very harsh.
They already feel bad. Let's just be honest.
I mean, okay. To their credit,
okay,
they signed Jock Peterson.
And he's not
in the offseason.
He can't hit lefties.
Okay, fair enough.
He can't. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He's a platoon guy, and he wanted to be a not platoon guy, and he's a platoon guy. Moving on. Someone's going to get really pissed at me for saying that. The Mariners, slightly better than I expected. They get a complimentary D tier. F tier teams, the Tigers. I love Miggy. I really like the Tigers. They're really, really bad.
It's time.
I really wanted to put them into D tier, but we do have one bright spot on that roster we can talk about. Akil Baddoo is a really dope rookie. So let's run that clip now. Kid just looks good. Kid just looks real good. I mean, that ball's just it's just a good hit. Really, I mean,
and this was against. I mean, I incorporated the part with his family, just hyping him up.
Yeah, he had a good week, and his parents were there for all of it, and I love that.
And he had that's a really good swing. There's a lot of power there.
As far as his stats, we're just gonna go through that real quick. Don't want to spend too much time on that because we're taking forever because we're trying to rank every MLB team.
We also got to go through playoff implications, and we're trying to keep it under an hour.
Yeah. So he's hitting 313. OPS of 1.1 is great. 2 home runs is 2 runs. 7 RBI, just solid. I mean, 4 of that's on 1 hit, but still.
I mean, hey, he's still got 3 more.
Yeah, solid still. So Royals, it's also been a week, bad. So. Rockies, really, really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah.
They're paying another team $50 million to take their best player.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think the Rockies want to be bad. It's an elaborate scheme. Now, tanking for picks doesn't really work in baseball, right? I think they have other implications going on.
It's big Rocky. Big Rocky is tanking the Colorado Rockies.
Move over, Big Pharma. It's Big Rocky now. Let's move on. The Rangers, terrible. But, thanks for letting us win a World Series in your ballpark. Hope you can accomplish that at
Appreciate
some
point. Yeah.
Not so foreseeable future. Moving on, the Pirates tier. Pirates
you skipped over the Orioles, but the Orioles are bad. We'll leave it at that.
Not notable.
Okay.
The Pirates.
I will say that this is the one tier that has really held up since the beginning of
I was 100% correct.
You heard it here first, folks. Alistair's tier list is 100%
batted 1,000 on the Pirates tier. I think putting them in the same division as any of those teams is an insult to that team. The Pirates don't want to win. They don't want to have a franchise approaching any relevancy. All they want is just to be bad. Their owner doesn't want to spend money. They suck. It makes me so angry. They're one of the most beautiful ballparks in baseball. And, the tickets are $11 for a reason. I do have a little thing for you as far as the Pirates being bad. So in their Red series, the Reds allowed 8 runs and scored 30 in 3 games. It was a 3-game series. Well, anecdote. A friend of mine is a big Pirates fan. Born and raised in Pittsburgh, right? I feel for him every day. And
I give him my condolences every day.
The first game of the Reds Pirates was closer, if I remember correctly. The point is there were 2 10+ run games back to back, right? Mm-hmm. And so I remember I watched the first game. We made some jokes about it in the group chat we have, right? We all talked about how bad the Pirates were. Then the next day, I'm walking by, I sit down at a sports bar, right? And I look at the game and I see the Reds are up 10-0. And I'm like, wow, why would they replay this game? It's a terrible game to replay. And I go, oh, no, this is live.
Why would they replay this game?
I truly and honestly had that thought with myself. I was like, well, why would they do that? There's no reason to play this game again. No one wants to see this game again. It's like, oh, no. Oh, no. Now that was the game with the Gonzalez grand slam. Now, I sent this to you, Harry, the second it happened.
You did. Yes, you did.
Because I think it's really, really funny. But it'll pull up the pictures.
Yeah.
Before the grand slam, the Red Sox victory, 99%. Top of the 9th, grand slam. After that, odds of victory, 99%. Did not matter.
Didn't change a single bit.
Can you imagine giving up a grand slam in the 9th inning and going,
Yeah, that's basic. He basically shrugged it off because he still got the win.
Think about the fact that grand slam is half of the runs the Pirates scored in that 3-game series.
Yeah.
Pirates suck.
That's sad. That's
anyway,
sad.
Playoffs.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk playoffs. So
before,
do you want to do American League, National League?
Here's what, so I'll do American League, National League. I'll tell you kind of what's changed for me.
All right,
so here's what I've got. I've got AL East Yankees, right? AL West Initially I'd say Stros. Now say Stros, but I'm thinking the Angels might eke it out, right? So Yankees, Stros, AL Central, the Twins.
Yeah, this
They're not going to win a game though.
So I have a question. Who's in the wild card? Wild
I
card.
triggered my chair. AL wild card. Yeah. So that's kind of an interesting one. I would have said the A's, right?
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have had A's like Indians. Would have been a cool series. Now, I think the Rays make it. I think they can make it, and I think the Blue Jays get there. If not the Blue Jays and the White Sox.
Blue Jays and the Rays. I was probably gonna say Angels, White Sox. We're gonna be.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I completely forgot about the Angels. In my head, I was sorry, Angels, Rays.
Angels, Rays. All right, I would probably say Angels, White
Sox.
Angels,
Rays or Astros, Rays, like one of those. I think the Rays get that second slot. And if
you think that the AL West is going to be close between the Angels and the Astros?
Reasonably.
Yeah. Okay. Like how close? Like one game close or like 5-6 games close?
Like 4 or 5 games.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like one team kind of starts to get their lead.
Okay.
You know what's over the week before the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So NL Dodgers. Period. Best team in baseball. Wow, homer take? No, it's not.
Yeah, this is a very
comfortable take.
We're very biased with that pick.
Yeah, real biased. All right, NL Central, Reds.
Oh wait, who else is in the NL? The Pirates.
Yeah,
you
heard
it here first.
They're coming.
The Pirates.
They're manning the cannons. They're coming. they're coming. See, the Pirates wins are coming by sea. So in 4 to 6 months, the Pirates are gonna have a boatload of wins.
They're gonna win like the last 17 games in a row, but that's it.
But yeah, so I think the Reds get there. NL East, Braves. I would have said the Mets before the season. Yeah, I was really high on the Mets, and then I was like remembering how Jacob Degrom. Now, wild card. Do the Mets get the wild card? No.
Are you ready for a hot take?
Hot take, yes.
I think the Phillies get the wild card.
I don't think it's a hot take. I mean, so the Padres get one of them guaranteed.
Yeah, Padres for sure. Wait, actually, let me take a look at this. No one in the NL Central. Yeah, I think the Phillies are going to take it. Yeah. I think because I mean, like, I don't think that the Mets are going to pan out. I might eat my words, but I just don't think they're going to.
Well, at least for what people expected.
Yeah, the Nationals aren't going to be all that much. I mean, not that they've been anything since 2019 per se, but they're not going to be anything different than last year. And then, I mean, Mets, Braves, Phillies. Yeah, the Mets aren't going to.
So I guess notable changes, I suppose, are Mets just are gone from my rankings. A's are out of my rankings. A's are just clean swept, gone. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Those are the big changes. The Mets and A's, I don't like them anymore. And you're saying, oh, this is an overreaction. I told you from the beginning I was going to be overreacting.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of the point of making a tier list a week into the season.
Yep.
But you're not going to be, I mean, like, you're not going to have them the same necessarily, because if you have them the same, then it's going to be like, oh, well, then why would you make another tier list?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, this overreactions, we'll see if they pan out.
I mean, no, it would actually be kind of cool if we could come back in the All-Star break and just go like, yeah, this was 100% right.
Yeah. I'm going to make a tier list.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think all the hot takes are in.
Yeah, right? That's the episode we got for you.
There we go.
I guess.
But, those Mets. Can we talk about that one more? Can I just say those stats again? It took me so long to compile them.
Please, I would appreciate it if you send us off with the.
Let's just one more time. 2 games. This is the Mets hitters. 2 games, 13 hits, 3 runs, 28 runners left on base, 24 strikeouts. 203 average, just above the Mendoza line. So, hey, they keep their jobs. They keep their jobs.
Is that consolation? I don't think so because they were very.
They'll do anything to win for their other pitchers. You know, Conforto will stick his elbow out to win, but they won't do it for Degrom.
We'll cover that very short.
So actually, yeah, here's something to end on. So we've got we're releasing an episode tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty cool. Not a full podcast, hour-long episode. We're gonna start doing a weekly recap of all baseball games. Not a weekly recap of things that have happened in baseball. I'm not just gonna rattle off scores. So any cool plays, things like okay, let's say you don't watch as much, but you're not a degenerate like me, and you watch 24/7 baseball.
I almost always have a baseball stream pulled up on my laptop.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't I?
But if you're not that person, you don't have to be. You probably shouldn't be, right? Do your work or something.
Yeah, it's not very productive to be this type of person, in all honesty.
But if you're not, and you want to feel like you are and know all the things, and when you speak to a degenerate such as myself, and they say, "Hey, did you hear about this?" You're like, "Yeah, I did.
I did hear about that, and here's what I think of it." And then just take what we said. But
we're trying to keep it to around 10 minutes. That could change by tonight. But let's pretend that I'm already correct. But it'll be short, once a week, every Monday. Just catch up on baseball from the last week. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
So with that, let's sign off and go Dodgers. Yeah.
Go Dodgers. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed the content. More baseball videos to come weekly and other content on the horizon. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, we'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.